Can you hear me now? Yeah, all right. Okay, so the girls are here to give you a presentation on bullying. I would like for you to be your very best behavior, and they're really nervous, so help them out here, okay? Be enthusiastic and all that. This is Michelle Pickert from the Kansas Children's Service League. She gave some presentations this morning. These girls watched her, and so they're picking up here just by the skin of their teeth. They're barely, they're barely ready to do this, and they're really nervous, so help them out, okay? Good? All right, here we go.
Okay, so to start off, we're going to start off with the definition of bullying. Bullying occurs when one or more individuals inflict intentional, physical, verbal, emotional, psychological, or sexual abuse on another or others. With duration, intensity, and imbalance of power, those are the key factors. Imbalance of power means having something up on somebody else, say in your looks, your varsity sports instead of JV. Academics, say you're smarter than someone else. All these can be factors to you bullying someone that's less than you, but they're really not. Pretty much physical, that's understandable. You hitting someone, that's bullying. Verbal, emotional, getting down on someone else, just being rude to them for no reason at all, just over and over and over again, that's bullying. Sexual abuse, I think we all know what that means. So the definition of bullying are all these factors. This is a lot different than just teasing someone, joking around. Bullying is when one person gets hurt, the other person, it doesn't matter to them. Teasing is when you're both joking back and forth and it's not a big deal.
Four major concerns that people have are the targets, the bulliers, the witnesses, and adult roles. Target, they say it's target and not victim because a victim says that you're part of a crime. Over 160,000 students stay at home from school each day because of the fears of what might happen to them at school. Anxiety increases for students being bullied and decreases concentration, lowering students' ability to retain and learn materials covered in the classroom. Targets today can become tomorrow's bulliers. Bulliers shop around for targets and look for students who will cry, comply, deny, and fly off the handle. Bulliers tend to seek attention behaviors, and negative attention is better than no attention at all. Two kinds of targets. The passive target. Target is passive and insecure, and they do not stand up for themselves, and they show vulnerability. A provocative target. They create tension by annoying or irritating others. They may have ADD, ADHD, or Asperger's, and they are most likely to fight back.
Bulliers. 1 out of 4 bulliers nominated by their classmates in the 3rd grade had a criminal record at age 28. This study was done by Dr. Leonard Aaron. Male bulliers were at a greater risk to become abusive husbands, and female bulliers were more likely to become abusive mothers. There are 3 kinds of bulliers. The proactive bullier. Bulliers that do it for pleasure. They have no apparent motive, they're just mean, just for the fun of it. They have antisocial traits. They don't form attachments to other people, that's why they're mean to them. And they can be cold and calculating. The reactive bullier. Bullies in response of perceived threat. Is hypervigilant to signs of provocation. Does not believe that he or she initiates bullying behavior and may be or have been a target. This is the type of bullier that was bullied when they were younger, and now they're big and bad and think that they should do it back to them. They are mean because they're hiding something. They're scared. The Linus bullier. Bullies because of perceived position. Being corrupted by power, thinking that because they're top dog that they're better than everybody else and that they can bully them around. Say you're captain of a football team or a volleyball team or any other type of sport, you think that you're better than everybody else, so you bully those below you.
Teasing versus bullying. What is the difference between teasing and bullying? Teasing occurs when there is give and take, no one gets hurt. Bullying occurs when one person does all the giving and the other person does all the taking, and someone does get hurt. 5 types of bullying: physical, verbal, emotional, sexual, and cyber. Witnesses. They say it's a witness, not a bystander, because you aren't standing there, you are witnessing it. The silent victim is someone that's just standing there and they just take it and they don't go and tell anyone. Develop a range of responses. They may become angry at the target, they build up a wall around their feelings, they conceal the situation for fear of retaliation, they encourage and support the bullier to gain favor, and they become an accomplice. Tell an adult, don't lie about it. Don't just stand there and take it. Walk away and go tell someone. Don't join in. Try not to get involved. Support the targets as a witness. Tell the bullier that it's not funny to stop. And get a group. To go and talk to someone about it.
Can words really hurt? Yeah, they do hurt. Sticks and stones, they break your bones, but words really do scar you inside. An acronym that Michelle found that it's called STAND, S. Stand tall and walk away, showing you deserve respect. If you want respect, you have to show that you want it. Don't show emotions in front of the bullier. Don't be ashamed of yourself. If they hurt you, you want to cry, you want to be sad, don't let them know that because they feed off of that. Go somewhere else and do it then. T, tell a trusted adult. If you're bullying someone, you have been bullied on yourself. Bullying is not acceptable behavior. If you tell an adult, they might help you figure it out. Don't try and retaliate back at the bullier and be mean. A, avoid a bullier when possible. It's not mean like when they're there and they're bullying you just to take it. It means literally just don't be around them. Don't sit with them at lunch, sit away from them in class, don't follow them on Twitter, don't be a Facebook friend, none of that. If you ignore bullying, it's going to keep happening. Don't put yourself out there as a target. N, say no. Most bulliers, they want something from you. They want you to do their homework, they want you to go out and do something for them. Just say no. Don't listen to them. D, develop friendships. Hang out with your friends. Friends are a wall that protects you from mean people. If you want to be a happier person, go out there and make yourself a happier person. Recognizing the cycle of violence. There's 2 cycles. One, you turn into the bullier. The other, you get really depressed. It goes from pain, from them hurting you, to getting really mad, to getting revenge. That's when you start going back and being a bully yourself, taking it out on other people, taking it out on them, and being worse probably. The next one is ultimate depression. This is where a lot of suicides come from. Bullying is a major problem in the United States with suicides. It goes from pain to depression to suicide. You are at one scale of the spectrum. You are either angry and mad and getting even, or you're super depressed and pretty much want to be distanced from this world.
Apathy, sympathy, and empathy. Apathy is a lack of feeling. Sympathy is feeling sorry for someone, and empathy is caring about it and trying to understand how someone else feels. For example, walk a mile in my shoes. Strategies for schools. Develop a school-wide policy on bullying, prevention, and intervention. Define unacceptable behavior and the consequences for those behaviors and constantly enforce them. Hold the students accountable for various forms of bullying. Saturate the atmosphere with anti-bullying messages and incentives. Determine high-risk locations for bullying and actively monitor these areas. Involve everyone to make it a whole school approach.
Teachers, know that you have to assure students that they're secure when they talk to you. You're not going to go out and tell other teachers, you're not going to go out and go tell other students what's happened. Never dismiss a report. Students come to you because they feel they can trust you, and if you tell them that it's not a big deal, don't worry about it, get over it, they're not going to feel safe, and they're going to probably deal with it themselves in a not good way. Speak with the targets and bulliers separately. Don't bring them together if it's going to hurt one or the other. You need to talk to them in separate scenarios. Bring the target and bullier together only if the target feels it's okay. Don't bring them in if the target is scared of them or they just don't want to be in the same room. But don't leave the target exposed and vulnerable. To report bullying, go to the Northeast USD 246 website and click on the Counselor's Corner that Ms. Neerklein set up. There's a bullying report form.
There are 10 ways to show support, and there's more than 10 ways, but here are a few ways. Establish clear rules and consequences regarding unacceptable behavior and enforce them consistently. Deal with verbal abuse before it escalates. Mobilize the witness. Take bullying reports seriously. Realize the challenges of making changes. Guarantee and maintain confidentiality. Avoid embarrassing students. Use youth as leaders. Speak to bulliers and targets separately, and enforce your code of conduct if you have.
So there's a lot more than 10 people that you can go to talk about your problems, but here's some of them. Counselors, social workers, custodians, school personnel, administrative assistants, food service workers, bus drivers, parents, and law enforcement. You can also add friends on there. If you are scared and you don't know what to do and there's someone needing you, just go talk to your friends about it. If they are there to stand next to you, you're not going to be as afraid. This is the number for their hotline that Michelle has. Pretty much, if you call them, you can't just report an incident and they'll go and call your school. They're gonna listen to you and they're gonna tell you how you can handle it on your own. And they are gonna tell you who you can talk to in your school where you can feel safe. Now I know a lot of you probably don't think that bullying is a problem, but that's because it's not affecting you. There are students here that have come up to me or LA saying that there's a bullying situation, and sometimes they just they don't know what they can do with it. Bullying, yeah, you're gonna see it in every high school. Just try to be nicer to people. There's no need to be rude to them.
We can transform the culture of pain, rage, and revenge to empathy, kindness, and healing. Thank you. And we have some door prizes, I guess, just little things for you guys whenever you walk out.